Okay guys, this is my fourth Wi-Fi match. I know it's been a while, I haven't been around, and I've been having trouble getting videos to be the right length since I don't really have any way of editing. If any of you guys can help me with that, that would be amazing. In this video, I'm not actually the one battling, it's actually a friend of mine from Facebook by the name of Chris. He is fighting another guy from our group named Jordan, who's using an all-fire type team because he was trying out for a gym battle that we were doing on our page. Anyway, it's a pretty funny video. So here it is. So Jordan starts off with his shiny Ninetales, and Chris starts off with his Skeptile. So the Ninetales sets up Drought just like every other Ninetales, and Skeptile outspeeds it and uses Earthquake. Now, this Ninetales happens to have the Focus Sash, so it survives, but unfortunately for it, it manages to miss its Fire Blast. So that's unfortunate for Jordan, and I guess he decides to take the opportunity to recall the Ninetales, bring in his Heatran. Chris, I don't know if he predicted this after the first Earthquake or what, either way he'd be able to kill, but he goes for the Leaf Blade, which gets a critical hit, and pops the balloon that the Heatran had, so then he's able to Earthquake and take that out. So Skeptile is taking one Fire type down, almost taken out too, and it still has yet to be touched. So then Orr sends in his Charizard. I imagine that Orr probably thought he could outspeed the Skeptile here. Unfortunately for him, he was wrong, and Skeptile manages to land its Rock Slide, and at 4 times super effective, it takes out the Charizard. So Skeptile 2, almost 3, Jordan unfortunately none. So he brings in his Arcanine, which with the Intimidate ability is probably it will help him out. Survive hits. And why he didn't bring this out earlier, I don't know. But the Earthquake only does about half damage. And Arcanine goes for a Flare Blitz, but Skeptile has the Oka Berry, which cuts Fire type, super effective Fire type damage in half, but in the sun it's still enough to take out the Skeptile. But after recoil damage and Life Orb damage, the Arcanine's almost taken out, so Skeptile did some work here. He almost took out 4 of the members of the team. So then Chris brings in his Snorlax, who is holding the Chople Berry, so that was a good prediction there. He's probably got, I'm sure he's got Thick Fat to cut the Fire type moves in half. And Life Orb takes out the Arcanine. Orr is really lucky that Chris didn't set up rocks on his side of the field. Either way, he brings in the Ninetales again, who is faster and is actually going to hit its Fire Blast this time, but its Snorlax is not bothered by it even slightly, and just uses an Earthquake to take it out. So next, Jordan sends in his Volcarona and goes for the Fire Dance. And even with Thick Fat, based off the damage here, I don't know how much he's invested in special attack. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't get the special attack boost, but he does survive the Earthquake. And this will let him get another Fire Dance off, which, if I'm not mistaken, will be enough to take out the Snorlax, but yet again he doesn't get the special attack boost, but the leftovers manages to bring him back up into the green. But unfortunately for him, Chris has his Azumarill, and I fought this thing before and I hate it. I can't handle it. I think it's choice banded. I could be wrong. I'm sure Chris will let me know. But it takes out the Volcarona with an Aqua Jet, and then goes for another Aqua Jet here against the Duramitan. And Duramitan does basically what every other Duramitan does and goes for a Flare Blitz. And in the sun, that's pretty dang powerful. And it does quite a bit of damage to the Azumarill. I'm always surprised at how much damage Duramitan actually does with its Flare Blitzes. I'm even considering using one just because of that. However, it's only left with 1 HP, and Chris just brings in his Breloom and goes for a Mach Punch. And that takes care of the game. So yeah, Sceptile really kicked some butt here, and it was a pretty fun match. So hope see you guys upload soon, and